What is happening, Magnus sites? So, you know, I listen to a lot of different things, especially when I'm getting ready in the morning, running around doing different things. Sometimes listening to the news, even when I'm working out, which is like a Tyrone no. Like my job is to only listen to badass tracks and parts of movies and TV shows, all that stuff to keep me hyped and all the testosterone flowing and the hair growing on the chest. But as of late, this election and everything has been very interesting. And I hear little tidbits. And I heard about this, and I heard that he'll basically declare a national emergency and use the military to get people out. And there are actually people on the left that don't want this to happen, and they're going to protest. And I just don't get it, left. People on the left, watch me. Post in the comments, why don't you want people removed that are here illegally? Plus, he said he's going to start with the criminals and terrorists and stuff first. So you've got gangs taking over whole apartment buildings, New Jack City style. When I heard that, I was like, that happened in New Jack City. They took over that apartment building. This stuff really happens? What's happening here? The only ones that I feel a little bad for that might need to be handled partially with kid gloves is if they were sold a dream by Biden and Harris. And like, yeah, come on over. Don't worry. We'll make it right. And we'll don't worry. You're okay. Come on. And they bust them over. They had a dream. They had no idea with the changing of presidency that this would happen. And now they got to go back. Those are the only people that really I feel bad for. But the whole thing, it's like if you're here, you were born here, your parents are illegal, you know they are. You knew that this day could come. It's one of the things you got to prepare your mind for. To me, it's similar to having a terminally ill family member. You know the day may come when this or that may have to happen. You may have to do this, you may have to do that, you may have to sign this paper, you may have to take on this particular responsibility. So that's how I would be looking at things. If I had parents or family members that was illegal, I'm like, I got to prepare my mind to know that they're illegal. They could go. It's like having family members that sell drugs. They're doing something illegal. There is a day coming where they could possibly be in prison or jail or worse. You get what I'm saying? So I don't understand all of this. Why the left is fighting so hard to not have this mass deportation. The only other thing that I could think of is, like I said, one of my boys from the gym. He's definitely on the left. He don't like Trump, but he had sent me one thing where he was talking about like if they did mass deport, um, a lot of illegals, that it would affect the economy drastically. They wouldn't have people pick the oranges in Florida. Like that was a particular thing that he sent me where he was talking about it happened a few years ago where they were trying to do that and it really disrupted the economy down there or something. So I didn't, I watched it, but I don't remember everything that I saw in the clip. He sent it to me a few months ago. But anyway, let's check this out. See what's going on with this national emergency.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news to share with you as President-elect Donald Trump taking to his social media platform, Truth Social, confirming that he will be preparing to declare a national emergency and plans to use military assets to reverse the Biden, quote, invasion through a mass deportation program. That was shared by conservative political activist Tom Fitton, and as you can see, Donald Trump saying
three exclamation marks
with three
That's how I always do
marks.
it.
Now, this comes as he was expected to take a number of executive actions on his...
Used to see that on the end of all my reaction. Whenever I would do a title, it would always be in capital letters and three exclamation points. But then I'd find out kind of like YouTube doesn't like too many exclamation marks and punctuation all over the place. So I only use one now. But the reason why they don't like it, I guess it looks like spam to them sometimes. And your video won't get as much traction as it should. Same thing with using a bunch of emojis. So if you're using a few different emojis and using a bunch of different punctuation, sometimes I can set them off to think, oh, this is spam. You know what I'm saying?
First day as president to ramp up immigration enforcement
Or Spanish.
and roll back some of Biden's legal entry programs, efforts that will be led by incoming border czar Tom Homan and other Republican immigration hardliners. That is according to three sources familiar with that matter, according to Reuters. Now, the executive actions would give federal immigration officers more latitude to arrest people with no criminal records, surge troops to the U.S.-Mexico border, and restart construction of the border wall. That is according to sources from Reuters. Now, Holman, who served as acting director of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement under Trump, will bring an understanding of the U.S. immigration system after a 4-decade career that took him from the frontline Border Patrol agent to head of the agency that arrests and deports immigrants who have come into the U.S. undocumented. We continue to share that breaking news as we do learn, confirmed by President-elect Trump himself, that his administration will prepare to declare a national emergency and will use military assets to reverse the, quote, Biden invasion through a mass deportation program. Any new updates, of course, we will bring that to you right here on Live Now from Fox.
There we go. There we have it. I mean, my thing is, hey, people, always try to do things the legal way, the right way, no matter what country you're in. Follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, I tried my best to stay out of trouble. I tried my best because I knew dudes going in and out of jail and stuff wasn't good, man. I just never wanted to experience any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't come from a third world country where, things may be so bad that you're willing to risk that. And I can put my mind there, my heart there, and understand that. I can empathize there and be like, man, you're so desperate and it might take years to get over here. And I get that. But I'm just the type to make a way. I'll just do it legally. It might take me longer, but I'm going to come over here. So I ain't got no problem to deal with. No problem with getting deported. I knew a person growing up. She was going to marry one of my friends so that she could stay here. And I remember the problem wasn't her. It was her paperwork got screwed up. She was born here. But for some reason, and she wasn't Mexican, but I'm just not going into too much detail because I don't. But she was, and she finally got it straightened out. So I asked my boy, I said, did you ever go through that, Mary? He said, no, she got that straightened out. She's all right now. But I remember she had moved into his house. He was already married. He had moved into her house. No, was he married yet? He might have been. But some people were like the government was investigating. They moved in. She moved into his house. It had to look legit, like she lived there, like she was his girlfriend. Like they were going to get married and da-da-da-da-da. They had to really pull it off. And then, I guess a few months later, I was just like, yo, did y'all have anything? And he was like, nah, no, she got everything straightened out. See that? She was so desperate to stay here. They were going to go through with that. I'm like, get your paperwork straightened out. Don't just marry her for that. But whatever. I don't know every single part of the details of the story, but yeah, so but yeah, just try to do things the right way, y'all. And just see how much of a headache this is now going to be for anyone that came here illegally. See, and I'm talking about the good people. I ain't even talking about the criminals. I mean, come on, criminals are criminals everywhere. You're gonna go to jail. You're gonna go to prison. It could be worse for you. But think of the people that just had a dream and they thought everything was going to be okay with what Biden and Harris were promising. But then you got the ones that knew what they were doing. It's like, nah, it's illegal, and I'm going to try to do everything I can to stay here. Okay, well, then you knew there was a chance. I can't feel sorry for you if you knew there was going to be a chance. You know what I mean? You did something illegal. It's like, You know, I got homeboys that went and did stuff, and I'm like, all right, I was always the voice of reason. I would tell them, now you know if this happened. You know what I'm saying? I had a few boys that all went to prison at one point. They all went to jail or prison or and stuff, and I didn't go see none of them because I told them all to stay out of trouble. You ain't want to listen, I'm not coming to see you. I'm tough love. I still care about you. I'm still your boy. I'm not coming to see you. I told you. Y'all wanted to be Mr. Tough Guy. Y'all wanted to be Mr. Cool. And y'all found out. Y'all effed around and found out. Hard, too. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Post comments down below. Let me know what y'all think if you enjoyed my thoughts on this. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share.